welcome back to Wild and Free Art. Today I am going to show you how to dye with turmeric and how to shift the color. The first thing you'll need is ground turmeric. You can find this in the spice aisle. You will need a measuring cup and pour in 1 tablespoon of turmeric. Boil some water and then add the boiling water to your measuring cup. I did about a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups, no, a cup and a half of water to 1 tablespoon of turmeric. Mix it really well until it's as dissolved as it can be. And don't be like me, don't make a rookie error and use a plastic measuring jug because it will stain it and dye it. Trust me, I now have a yellow measuring jug. I suggest using a glass one if you have it, or another type of container. After you've mixed it well, I brought it up to 2 cups because I realized it was quite thick and colorful. You can see how it has separated a little bit. Now here comes my modifier. If you shift the pH of your natural dye, it will often change color. So what I've decided to do is to do half the batch natural and half with a shifted color. So I put a tablespoon roughly of sodium bicarbonate or baking soda. I placed it into a jar, and then I used a small tea strainer and some cloth to catch as much of the turmeric as possible. I poured about half of the amount into my jar. This was a bit of a slow process because it was so thick that I had to wait for it to go through, but I got there eventually. After squeezing every last drop out of my cloth, I gave the jar a good stir until all of the baking soda was dissolved. Now you can see a slight shift in color in the jar, but it will be a lot more visible once you see it on the paper and the fabric. Once everything was nicely dissolved, I began preparing my papers. I just used a cookie sheet, poured a little bit on the bottom, and then just layered the papers on top. I just put a paper, put some on, spread it around, and just kept going like that with the layers. Here I added a little offcut of fabric as well, just to see what would happen and if the colors would be different on fabric. Next, I took a second cookie sheet and I just strained the dye through the piece of fabric I was using to catch all the little bits. And then I just repeated the same process of dipping the paper in, layering it, and stacking it inside a cookie sheet. Once I had finished putting everything in, I put it in the oven to bake at a low temperature for about 20 minutes with the door propped open. And here are my final results. These are the papers that have been just dyed with the turmeric without any color shift at all. And I love the little texture. Some of them even got a few baking soda splatters, and they left little pink marks on them, which I thought was really, really cool. I might try doing that on purpose at some point. The next set are the ones with the color shift in baking soda. As you can see, they've come out with this beautiful pink color. I think it looks absolutely amazing. And here are the fabric samples. So this is the baking soda sample. It was just the strip on the edge of a sheet. And this is the actual piece of fabric I used to filter all the turmeric, and I just shoved it in on top of everything when I was done. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and you can see how easy it is to use bits in your cupboard to make some really colorful, bright papers and fabric that just scream spring. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and happy crafting!